So guys, what are the types of data model in Salesforce Marketing Cloud? What is the use case of data model? Why data model is necessary? Let's try to understand. So if you have gathered a subscriber data via an online event or an offline event, you have to store them somewhere inside Salesforce Marketing Cloud. And hence the Salesforce Marketing Cloud data model comes into picture. Salesforce Marketing Cloud has tables which are the part of data models where you can store these subscriber details. So there are two types of data models inside Salesforce Marketing Cloud. The list-based Salesforce Marketing Cloud data model and the contact-based Salesforce Marketing Cloud data model. List-based Salesforce Marketing Cloud data model uses subscribers list. A list is a kind of table which is used to create or store subscriber data. A single list can store up to 5 lakhs of subscribers. In a single list, 500,000 subscribers can be stored. To store more subscribers, you need to create another list. So in a list, it is pre-understood that the data I am going to store is a customer's PI data, a subscriber's PI data, like first name, last name, email address, age, gender, city, postal code. These attributes are given by subscribers whether you have collected them via an online event or offline event, which gets stored inside a subscribers list. A subscriber list is only used for simple marketing practices, like you don't have other broader category of subscribers data, you don't have their behavioral data, just a simple PI data, and you want to get started with the marketing communications with simple personalization, like personalizing an email with first name, last name. You can go with list based subscriber data model. But when you have a bigger objective of data driven marketing, when you have bigger objective where you want to personalize and introduce some dynamic content inside your email, then you should go with contact based data model. Contact based data model contains data extensions which are part of relational data model. Subscribers list was a non-relational data model, but contact based data model contains data extensions which are part of relational data model. A relational data model is a type of data model, in simple words, where two tables inside that data model can be linked, can be joined. You can write SQL, you can write relationships within the SQL joins to retrieve data from other tables. Technically, there are many tables but are having relationships, but two lists will always have same kind of data, but two data extensions which are part of contact based data model can have two different kind of data altogether and can be linked to each other. For example, in list we only talked about subscriber data. List follows a profile template where first name, last name, email address, phone number, age, gender, city, whatever attributes are there in profile templates are common to any list you create. If you create list 1, those are the attributes you get. If you create list 2, the same set of attributes you get. But when you have to store both subscriber and subscriber behavioral data, then you have another data model which is contact based data model, and it contains data extensions. So two different data extensions can or cannot be similar. For example, one data extension you can create to store just subscriber PI data, like first name, last name, age, gender, city, postal code, phone number, email address. But the other data extension you can create to store their behavioral data. For example, I am running an e-commerce brand and people come, sign up, purchase products and services. Few people have purchased bag, few people have purchased jeans, few people have purchased socks, some have purchased shorts. So whosoever makes a purchase, I have to send them a dynamic email, a personalized email, where I have to mention their first name, last name, obviously, but also I want to mention the products they have purchased, the bill amount of the total products they have purchased. So here we need two different kind of data. We need subscriber data, first name, last name, obviously, because subscriber data contains email address to which we are going to send emails. But we also require behavioral data like the products purchased, the bill acquired. So when we have to design such kind of data model where we require both PI data of a customer, a subscriber data, and we require behavioral data, then we will go with data extensions which are part of context based data model. In a single list you can have only 5 lakh subscribers, but there is no such limit in data extensions. You can create multiple data extensions to store subscriber and subscribers behaviors. If a particular data extension is containing subscribers PI data, then you can mark that data extension as a sendable data extension, because that data extension contains email addresses, phone numbers, which are the key attributes you have to use to send customer communications to establish customer dialogues. But the behavioral data like products purchased, bill amount, all these are non-PI data of a customer, which generally does not contain email address. So data extensions storing these non-PI data, or you can say behavioral data, cannot be marked as sendable. But there are two different data extensions like data extension 1, which contains first name, last name, email address, phone number, age, gender, city, and the other data extension which has subscriber key or first name, last name, as well as the product purchased, the bill amount. So these two different data extensions can be linked to each other. So these two data extensions you can use within your dynamic email to retrieve data by establishing relationships. You have to use AMP script, you have to use SQL joins to prepare your data. But obviously you have the liberty to store data inside multiple data extensions and can use AMP script functions and joins to retrieve data and display it on your email. But this is not with the case of lists, because lists are the simple data model. Every list will have a common template because list follows profile attributes, and whatever profile attributes are listed within your system are common to any list you create. So you cannot store behavioral data inside a list, but the behaviors can be stored inside a data extension. You can create as many as data extensions to simplify your context based data model. You can store multiple different categories of data, and the type of data extension which you have to use for sending communications can be marked as sendable, and other remains your non-sendable data extensions which will continue to contain behavioral data.